Another story here about the Russia investigation. Now, this story from CNN and many other outlets says that top Trump aide's email draws new scrutiny in Russia inquiry. So, we have a new development within the Russia investigation. So, let's read into this. So, CNN says, congressional investigators have unearthed an email from a top Trump aide that referenced a previously unreported effort to arrange a meeting last year between Trump campaign officials and Russian President Vladimir Putin, according to sources with a direct knowledge of the matter. The aide, Rick Dearborn, who is now President Donald Trump's deputy chief of staff, sent a brief email to campaign officials last year relaying information about an individual who is seeking to connect top Trump officials with Putin, the sources said. The person was only identified in the email as being WV, which one source said was a reference to West Virginia. It's unclear who the individual is, what he or she was seeking, or whether Dearborn even acted on the request. One source said that the individual was believed to have had political connections in West Virginia, but details about the request and who initiated it remain vague. The same source said Dearborn in the email appeared skeptical of the requested meeting. Sources said the email occurred in June 2016, around the time of recently revealed Trump Tower meeting, where Russians with Kremlin ties met with the president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., his son-in-law Jared Kushner, as well as then campaign chairman Paul Manafort. While many details around the Dearborn email are unclear, its existence suggests the Russians may have been looking for another entry point into the Trump campaign to see if there were any willing partners as part of their effort to discredit and ultimately defeat Hillary Clinton. So now, I know some progressives' heads are going to explode that I'm even reporting on this story, but what I just did is just literally read what's from the article. But now, if you are still in denial of the fact that the Russians and the Trump administration did indeed collude in order to defeat Hillary Clinton, then you must be on cocaine or some other very high drugs, or you are simply refusing to believe anything because of your preconceived notions. And again, and I try to explain this every time I talk about this story, okay? These two can coexist. The DNC scammed Bernie Sanders. Hillary Clinton ran the shittiest campaign in history. I think she spent a fucking $1 billion and lost. Like Van Jones said, she burned $1 billion on fire and called it a campaign. So all of that can coexist. Now, do I think that they changed the votes? Number one, there's no evidence to point to that. There may be evidence that they tried to, but currently there is no evidence to point to that. And if we start stooping to InfoWars Alex Jones level conspiracy theories, boy, are we fucked. But anyways, there's a difference between collusion and literally physically changing the votes. So it's really obvious to me, and anybody who's a rational, honest actor, that clearly there was some form of collusion here, as we learned from that email. I mean, it was so obvious between the Trump Jr. meeting with that Russian lawyer. I mean, you had the tweet about Trump saying 33,000 emails. Ali Velshi had done a very good timeline on his show on MSNBC that you guys can go check out. He broke it down very well. And it's superbly, and I repeat, superbly obvious there was collusion. And I think that I don't know if this is going to materialize into anything or not. We're just going to have to wait for the information to come out. But it may be another development and something interesting within this Russia investigation. What's up, guys? It's Saul Hill here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.